Good afternoon and welcome to episode 2 of the Month of Monologues. In this episode, we will be going over the second part of Stanislavsky's system called emotional memory. Now, emotional memory, summed down to its basest instinct, is utilizing a personal emotion to enhance the performance. This all aids in Stanislavsky's true goal of realism in acting. If you're going for a heightened performance, this might not be the best. This is also extremely controversial, as a lot of the characters that you could utilize this for are going through very traumatic things, and drawing from one's personal trauma is seen as a hot topic in the theatrical and, in the acting world in general. So, be warned. But there are major benefits to this. It is the foundation of method acting to draw from one's personal experiences, and this draws from the emotional connection you have to those experiences. For example, imagine the character you were playing is going to a funeral and has to say the eulogy. Now, while you may have not spoken a eulogy or spoken at a funeral, you could utilize the feelings you have from any other public speaking event, any other sad time, and if you've lost anyone, you can draw from that experience. And that all grounds your performance in realism and makes it much more digestible for the audience. The monologue I will be utilizing to show the effect of emotional memory is one from Perks of Being a Wallflower. Patrick says this. A little bit of background. Patrick is a gay high school student in a time where being gay isn't really accepted. That's essentially all you need to... As a side note, really recommend Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's one of my favorite movies, and the book's phenomenal as well. Without further ado, here is the first reading of the monologue. Yeah, I've got one. There was this one guy, queer as a $3 bill. Guy's father didn't know about his son, so he comes down into the basement one night when he's supposed to be out of town. Catches his son with another boy. So he starts beating him, but not like the slap kind. Like the real kind, and the boyfriend says, "Stop, you're killing him." And the son just yells, "Get out." And eventually the boyfriend just did. Forget it. I'm free now, right? I could meet the love of my life like any second now. Things will be different now. And that's good. I just need to meet a good guy. That's the end of the monologue. Now, in order to utilize emotional memory into this performance, I have to draw from an experience where I have not felt accepted, where I felt disowned, in a sense, by my parents. I am not a gay man, so I cannot truly understand what this feels like. So it calls into question the ethicality of me even playing this role. But I don't see this. I don't see these as performances, as more of an educational experience. So I think I might be in the clear here. But for me personally, I'm going to utilize an experience where I didn't really feel accepted by my parents. Right, and without trauma dumping, I'm just going to get into it again. All right. Yeah, I've got one. Well, there was this one guy, queer as a $3 bill. Guy's father didn't know about his son, so he comes down into the basement one night when he's supposed to be out of town. Catches his son with another boy. So he starts beating him. But not like the slap kind, like the real kind. And the boyfriend says, "Stop, you're killing him." And the son just yells, "Get out." And eventually the boyfriend just did. Forget it. I'm free now, right? I can meet the love of my life any second now. Things will be different now, and that's good. I just need to meet a good guy. And scene. Hopefully you can see how that would enhance the performance. Utilizing your emotional memory and utilizing your emotional significance in a performance, striving for realism, is very powerful. And when done right, and when done, especially with a memorized monologue, for all these monologues, they won't be memorized. just for the sake of time and my sanity. But hopefully you could see the thought process behind the performance. Drawing one's character into themselves is a very deeply personal experience. There is no guide in which to do it, but Stanislavsky and to a greater extent Strasberg do a great job of attempting to do this. All right. I do think that's all we have for you today, or I have for you today. I'm Noah Lucas, and I will see you tomorrow.